What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al-Sanad, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Monday series, which was created by Emily Boone. Please check her channel out. She's a really awesome YouTuber and one I'm proud to call my friend, my dear beloved friend. I'm going to add the link for her channel down below in the description box. And for this week's topic of the Movie Monday series, I'll be discussing with you guys and gals my top 5 flawed movies I would personally fix, or my top 5 movies I would fix. This was a topic suggested to me by Rebecca, also known as Boobop1987. Rebecca is another awesome YouTuber and someone I'm very proud to call my friend. Please check her channel out too. And just like the previous episodes of the Movie Monday series, I'm going to be ranking these movies based on a ranking system from number 5 to number 1, and here's how the list goes. At number 5 we have Mark Steven Johnson's Ghost Rider, the very first Ghost Rider movie starring Nicolas Cage as the title character Johnny Blaze / the Ghost Rider. And this movie, guys, while I enjoy it, is very flawed to the core. This movie has so many issues that has to be resolved if it wants to be a very good or at least decent movie. One of those issues is the casting of Nicolas Cage as Johnny Blaze, who's supposed to be a very laid-back, cocky, arrogant, yet charming young man who has a very good heart, and someone you do believe wants to be a hero, an anti-hero in the case with Ghost Rider, who battles against Satan, the very same entity who gave him his powers, the powers of the Ghost Rider. And Satan is played by Peter Fonda. Peter Fonda, who's the only good part of this entire movie. He is so cool, he is so charismatic, and he is just awesome to watch. I love Peter Fonda in movies like Easy Rider, and he was the best part of this movie. Nicolas Cage was so miscast as Ghost Rider / Johnny Blaze. I would have chosen a much better actor besides him. There is so much wrong with Ghost Rider, but like I said, one of the main issues is the casting of Nicolas Cage. I would fix that pronto if this movie wants to be good. It will never happen at this point, but Mark Steven Johnson, you should be ashamed, brother. At number 4 we have Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is a movie which I do enjoy very much, but this movie has so much wrong with it, I don't know where to begin. Zack Snyder's Achilles heel is the fact that he is too focused on the visuals of his movies. He likes how a movie looks as opposed to telling a good story, a story we can relate to, especially characters we can get behind in a very good story. But Sucker Punch has none of that. The casting of all the ladies, which includes Emily Browning, Abby Cornish, Jenna Malone, Jamie Chung, and Vanessa Hudgens, I love all of them so much. It's not their fault, but Zack Snyder's fault. This movie is so bad. I do enjoy this movie still, but more as a guilty pleasure. This movie should have been made the right way with a right director, a director who is not focused on the visuals, but focused on telling a good story and focusing on the story of these young women who are trying to get out of the asylum they have been forced in against their will. It's a very powerful story at its heart. It's because of Zack Snyder's direction and lack of storytelling this movie fails so much. That and the slow motion to Sucker Punch. Zack Snyder has a huge affinity for slow motions in his movies. Like the number 3 pick of my top 5 list, this film has so much issues which is a result of Zack Snyder's lack of direction when it comes to telling a good story in his movies. It's very bad for Sucker Punch, like it's so horrendous for my number 3 pick, which brings me to my number 3 pick, that being Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice by Zack Snyder, of course. Among the issues of Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice includes the concept, that being Batman going against Superman, and what compels Bruce Wayne aka Batman and Clark Kent aka Superman to fight each other. We never understand their motivation or why they do what they do, so we never care about whether or not they fight each other. And the other issue with this movie, Batman vs Superman, is the casting of Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was a huge miscast for this movie. Who the hell looks at Jesse Eisenberg and thinks he would be a good Lex Luthor? It's such a horrible casting. I don't know what came to their mind when they cast Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. The editing is so bad, the cinematography is very good, but that's all there is to it. The cinematography and the visuals. This movie has no heart, it has has no soul. You never understand why Batman and Superman fight each other. It makes no sense, especially in the context of the story and what happens in the story, whatever story there is. This movie is a huge mess of a film, and it's all because of Zack Snyder. He made a huge mistake with Sucker Punch, and he made the exact same mistake with this movie. This film does have good qualities to it, but those good qualities are overshadowed by the negative qualities of this movie. It breaks my heart to say that, but hey, life is never fair. At number 2, we have Bryan Singer's X-Men Apocalypse, and this movie, guys, for me personally, yes, you heard me personally, the biggest issue with this movie is the main antagonist himself, Apocalypse. I don't know what he wants. I don't know why he's so angry all the time, because Apocalypse has 2 modes in this movie. One mode, he's basically calm and very quiet and very wise. He talks to you as if he understands you, your needs, your desires. And the other mode, he is so angry, he is so mad, he hates the world. I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing in the entire movie. What is Apocalypse's desire? What's his motivation? It's a big issue for me personally, because if I don't understand the villain and what he wants and how much he's willing to sacrifice to get what he wants, why should I care about him, and why should I care about this movie? X-Men Apocalypse, just like Batman vs Superman, do have good qualities to it, but those good qualities are overshadowed by the negative qualities. Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse is very good as an actor, but the character himself is so bland, he is so generic. I don't get Apocalypse. Once again, guys, I don't understand him or what he wants or why he's so angry all the time. I can't take him seriously one bit, because Apocalypse comes off to me as a high school girl who's very insecure, very angry, and can't win her high school crush, that being the boy of her dream. Every time Apocalypse opens his big mouth, I can't take him seriously one bit. Apocalypse is the biggest flaw for me personally, because he fails as a quote-unquote villain, and since he's a lackluster of a villain, you know he'll get beaten by the X-Men by the very end of the film, because that's how villains end up. Yeah, I know, I hate Apocalypse, what can I say? And finally, guys and gals, at number 1 we have David Ayer's Suicide Squad. I liked Suicide Squad at one point. Now, looking at Suicide Squad once again, it is such a garbage of a film. Suicide Squad, as my older brother described, is absolute garbage. This movie is so bad, it's so horrendous. Rarely do my older brother and I agree on anything, but this movie we agree is absolute garbage. This movie is plagued because of studio interference, just like Batman vs Superman. Zack Snyder is at fault, to be sure, but the studio had so much input in that movie, like they have a huge input in this movie, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is a story about a group of villains who we are supposed to care about, or at least understand. Such villains like Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc. My god, Killer Croc, how could you mess him up? Captain Boomerang and Katana, how could they mess them up so bad? I don't understand, guys. The writing for these characters is so bad, and the worst part comes in the form of Jared Leto as the Joker. Jared Leto was very displeased about his role as the Joker in an interview he gave, because Jared Leto in this movie is wasted. Why was he even cast as the Joker? It makes no sense, but hey, it's Suicide Squad, a mess of a film. Suicide Squad is without question one of the worst movies of 2017. You can't make a movie more disappointing than Suicide Squad, which had so much hype behind it, and that hype is shattered because of how bad this movie is. Suicide Squad, like the other movies on my list, are so bad and could have been fixed if done the right way. But that being said, thank you guys and gals for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. If you guys and gals want to see more from me, then please check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all that kind of good stuff. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.